I think the offense really bounced back from last week. We did live football last week, and I thought the defense really got the upper hand, really in all ways. And I think, offensively, we really answered the call from last week, and really excited about some of those receivers and running backs getting in the end zone today.
Yeah, Devontae, we just talked about his performance today. And
Yeah.
what he brings to the table.
Yeah, Demonte he's a guy that we're really excited about. I mean, we brought him and Ferrari in as guys that could help us right away. And Demonte really has a skill set that's different than everyone else. He's a little bit faster top end speed, not as big as the other guys, but because of his speed, quickness, and explosiveness, he was able to make a lot of plays today and touch that end zone a couple times too.
Obviously, having that ground game is important, but what are you seeing out of Wood, just his development over the last season?
Yeah, Jay Wood is light years ahead of where he was in fall camp, even last year, and you just see him being really decisive in his decision making. He feels very confident in what he's seeing, and he's getting the ball to the right guys. I think that's what I've seen the most, is just making the right reads, getting the ball out on time, and his development has been really fun to watch.
In the past few practices, weeks, whatever, we talked about urgency, we talked about defense forcing the turnovers. What would be maybe
Yeah, I think priority for us is to really establish the system, right? It's a lot different system than what we ran a year ago, and I think we're really trying to install that idea. Hey, we can go fast, we can huddle. The change of tempo is our strength, and then just efficiency in the pass game. Just having some things that are much easier on the quarterback in terms of just getting the ball out.
We ask a lot of questions, but especially for the first couple practices in spring, where it's like, what are your goals? What are your this? And there's never a hard answer because it's spring and it's a weird time of year. But what's the best part about it?
Honestly, just playing real football and having the opportunity to recover. I think that's a huge difference than fall, right? You're practicing, you play a game, you get one day off. Well, at least in spring ball, we're practicing, but you get a whole day off in between so our guys can recover, and then after Saturday breaks, you get 2 days off. So I think the recovery part of it, being able to do real football, but still stay healthy.
That's all for me.
Awesome. Anything for you guys?
Yeah, it looks like the injuries are really starting to bite.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, especially at wide receiver. We got a bunch of guys down, but that's normal. The good thing is we don't have a lot of serious injuries that are gonna threaten guys' season.
It looked like Stedford had a pretty bad knee injury today.
It's hard to say. He went down. Obviously, wasn't able to complete the practice, but we really won't know anything until we get it further looked at.
With him out, who moves up to take that spot?
Well, I think there's a number of guys. Right now, we have about probably 7 or 8 guys that we feel really, really good about. Caden Heckle's a guy that had to step up today. We were actually missing Leighton Vining today as well. Not from injury. He had a wedding he had to go to this weekend. But I think depth-wise, we're pretty good shape, right? Guys like I said, Caden Heckle, guys like Zach Penner. Those guys I think could all really step up for us and really be kind of plug-and-play guys too.
So are you moving guys around position?
A little bit, not much, because Howard really plays both. He plays guard and tackle, so it doesn't change a whole lot. LaRon Nelson obviously is going to get a ton more reps at left tackle, but for the most part, between LaRon, Zach, and Caden Heckle, we should be in really good shape still up front.
The Moscow kid, the guard,
Tyler Skinner.
Skinner, yeah,
Yep.
He's having a pretty good.
Yeah, he's really good. I mean, he's had a great spring camp for us. Look at him as a starter as well. Like I said, I think we do have about 6, maybe 8 guys that can really help us up front, and then the other guys can help us too. They're just a little bit younger.
I was speaking with Josh's parents on the sidelines here.
Yeah.
What's it like having them over here?
They're awesome. Vic and Renee they're just great people. Huge supporters of their son, but also huge supporters of the Vandals. And they're fun people to be around too. Renee is always going to have energy. Vic's going to come with juice. So having his family here, and I think that's part of the draw of what brought Josh here, is that his family was able to be over here and see him practice, see every home game, and so really, having their support's huge.
I know Vic doesn't make a point of it, but do people on the team know how good he was at Wazoo?
I don't know if they do, but they probably gonna learn. No, he was a great player, obviously in his own respect at Washington State. I know that he probably wished we played Wazoo again this year. I know he wanted a little bit of get back for them not really recruiting Joshua back in high school, but yeah, Vic was a heck of a player, and I think it's pretty awesome just having him around the program.